What's going on, guys? Hootmoney here, indoor sunglasses engaged. I'm gonna bring you guys a quick update on BBIG and, unfortunately, Vinco Strinko. So hit the like button if you guys have not already. And here we have the chart. So as you guys can see, we were down 6% today, and we did definitely break down, closing a candle below the previous support level there at 286. So why the heck did we move down 6%, other than the fact that the market is slightly down right now? It's due to the fact that we got returned shares. So you see right here, 5 million returned shares. That essentially means that there's an excess of supply on the market for people to short. So when you have an excess of supply, you have more shares on the market, it brings down the price. This was also insider traded. All of these call options were sold for absolutely insane amounts of premium. And we did not have this information that we got returned shares. It takes 2 days to settle. So these should have technically been returned as of 2 days ago, right? So the market maker probably knew that, right? And that gives them more wiggle room to short a bunch of calls, including shorting calls to open, which essentially means just writing new contracts altogether. And they did that for $36,000 worth of premium. And this was probably a market maker move. I can't imagine that this was retail doing this. Sell to open call for 521. It just wouldn't make too much sense, right? Especially seeing this like 1,000 contracts. Someone knew something. Someone knew something. Someone always knows something. This is also, again, the first time we have broken this support. This made no sense that we were in this pattern in the first place. They were holding this thing up. You look at the historical flow, it completely diverged away from price action. Price action was being held up, but obviously historical call volume got drowned out, and now it's back down to those lower values where we usually end up seeing a bounce out of. Also at 150% implied volatility, where we usually do see declining price action, but what comes after the declining price action, like we're seeing right here, is a nice big bounce, and more so back here, what we saw in January of 2022, right here, the obvious gamma squeeze from January. Excuse me for that. You just see the stock price slowly fade down, and then it jumps back up. So we could potentially be seeing something similar to that right now, where we're seeing a slow drown out, but it comes right back up. And I think the ultimate fake out, if that was the case, would be 414, because obviously everyone's looking at this option chain. Everyone's looking at that option chain. So when you see an option chain like that, it makes you want to buy call options, because obviously it's gamma juiced. It's juiced on gamma. You can get an amazing gamma squeeze out of an option chain like this, right? So everyone's buying call options. They hold it up. It diverges away from historical flow. Some of this is just tinfoil hat, just my speculation, right? Where it stays up. People continue to buy call options, right? There's all these little fake little pumps that sell off, fake little pumps. There's a little warrant wall there with Hudson Bay at $3.30 as well. So it's almost too good. Like, this is almost too much of like a scam to be true. The Wyckoff pattern as well, like perfect reaccumulation pattern just to sell off and keep selling off. I don't know. This one's a tricky one. I have not seen this stock act like this, how it's acted over the past month in a while. We've also got the highest dark pool volume off exchange, so 60.7% as of today, the highest we've seen since February 10th right there. There's a ton of weird stuff that's been going on. We've been seeing open interest also increase, so the highest open interest increase by percentage are in these early May contracts. That would also probably coincide with Cryptide, because Cryptide won't be coming before 14, and it probably won't be coming until May. So to see those contracts increase in open interest, also I've been seeing over the past month or so increase in open interest in the 429. It's just a strange, weird open interest increase. I'm just wondering if they're doing this on purpose, right? If they're making it seem like there's an insane gamma ramp, and this was all some elaborate trap. That is kind of what is coming to my conclusion. All right. I'm not trying to scare people out. I'm not trying to FUD this out, because again, usually once you're at these periods where implied volatility at the money is chilling around 150% or below, those are the periods where you want to be buying. You want to be scooping up shares. Technically speaking, if it did follow that normal path, it should have already been back down to 220, right? If it followed that path of historical flow, it should have already been back there to 220. So the fact that it's at 272 right now, and we're getting that implied volatility dip again, it means that we're starting higher up for the next potential move as well. So that's what I see is good. Obviously, I'm holding my shares and my options. I'm feeling the pain with you guys. Not the most exciting video. Obviously, it pisses me off seeing this shit happen every fucking day. Like, I don't know. It sucks, but it happens. And that's why I'm sticking with this one. That's why I'm going to keep covering BBIG, because we need to know that this happens. Right? And people need to know. People don't deserve to just buy this stock seeing blatant manipulation but not knowing why, right? Because people know that other people are bullish. People know that people are buying the thing and they don't see the stock price go up. It's confusing. So you need to know why. And honestly, I think that they're probably going to rip it up at the time of least expected. They're not going to let retail capitalize on it unless you get lucky. And with implied volatility going down, that means demand for BBIGs going down. It could theoretically happen any week. Seriously, these calls could expire worthless and it could happen the next week. Right? Because implied volatility is still low. Those contracts are still cheap, right? Relative. And if the 150% implied volatility, watch my video from yesterday if you don't understand the significance of the 150% implied volatility level. But whenever it dips below that level, it usually results in an enormous price movement. And we've seen that throughout history as shaded here in purple. The purple shaded regions are regions below 150% implied volatility. Excuse me, I had my screen covered there. You can see price action usually does decrease, right? Price action usually does decrease. That's what we're seeing right now. But what comes after it? What comes after it is usually an explosion. There's been a few situations where it hasn't come, right? But what usually comes after is an explosion. So I'm holding for the explosion, guys. That's all I got for the video. Hope y'all enjoyed. Drop a like if you guys did. I know it hurts. But we're in this together. I'm feeling the pain with you this time. I never sold once. You know, I only bought more. So, you know, I'm feeling that pain too. I'm lucky that I was able to diversify and make money in some other plays. I mean, I've had a really good week. Besides for BBIG, we hit on ADR, we hit on SST, we hit on ISPO, we hit on some Moomoo inputs, right? So overall, it's still been pretty good, but obviously you don't want to lose. And, you know, especially with BBIG, seeing this happen in plain sight, developing this connection with each and every single one of you guys, it hurts. It hurts, and I totally just, I feel for the community, man. I feel for the community. Anyways, I'm going to call it there. Check out Moomoo if you want up to $7,000 in free stock. As long as you deposit $1 on their platform, you can check that out using the links below in the description or pinned comment section. Also, Hootmoney trade alerts. We've been absolutely killing it this week. Like, seriously, we've been killing it this week. That's the first link in the description. But I'll be signing off for now. I'll be seeing you guys next time.